Okay, so no beaches or mountains this weekend. Decided to explore a bit more inland. The picture we're looking at is of a wild swimming spot at Marlcliff near Bidford On Avon. I'm where am I? So I'm in the so you can see my travel plans there. Wild Guide Central England, and then if I just find the map. This is bad planning, wasn't it? Because I'm trying to do a few things with both hands. Hang on. Find the map in a second. Bear with me. Here we go. So here's the map. So a bit of context. Over on the left is Evesham. Sort of roughly in the middle of the shot is Stratford upon Avon. Higher up from there you got Warwick, Leamington. Right at the top is Coventry. So I am at number 6. Just to the left of centre where the star is. So I'm near Bidford on Avon. That's the picture of the spot, and the book says, swim and jump into the deep water below the wooded slopes on this wide, slow-moving bend of the Avon. So that's where I'm headed today. This is what the village looks like. A very quaint village. A few more modern houses there, but got the old Marlcliff farmhouse just there. Proper red post box just there. I am just preparing because at the moment it's only 10 degrees. When I got up it was 9 degrees, so I've done my yoga, got my yoga mat down there. That helps me to warm up a bit. Had some hot lemon water, just brewing a coffee in a new cup that was discounted in Oxfam to £3.40 something, so that's all good because my other one got a hole in it, which I'd had for about 10 years. So I've got the coffee on, and then let's have a wander through the village down there, and we're going to head towards the river. So I'm just out the van. The sun coming up over there. Proper old-fashioned red phone box as well, which is pretty cool. You can hear the road in the background, so it's not quite as wild as previous, but certainly a very sleepy village. A few dogs barking, bit of bird song. Right, I'm going down here to the left, and then it should be a kind of easy 1 or 2 minute walk to the river. So we'll pause it for now and carry on in a bit. So I'm just off the end of the road. Well, the road actually carries on, but where the road bends around, you take a left. And the book does say there's parking down here, but it's a bit off-road, pretty bumpy. I probably would. I know actually, I wouldn't bring the motorhome down. There's too much overhang from the trees. It's pretty bumpy down here, but yeah, it does say there's parking. But let's see. It seems better leaving the vehicle just up the road. So I'm not entirely sure what we're going to see when we get to the end of this track. So yeah, there is actually parking right at the end. Actually, a lot of space, to be fair. Maybe, yeah, not sure about the motorhome because it's high. It's like 3 metres, but in a car, definitely. Although there are a few Birmingham Anglers Association signs up, so I'm not entirely sure if this is parking only for them. Although, just at a guess, it could be. Well, it does look like there's a few dog walkers out there. So where are we? So this is the Avon River Walk. We're, 9.25 miles from Stratford upon Avon. And the river looks amazing. The mist rising up in the shadow. It's kind of another one where if there's fishermen about, fisher people, then probably move on. So I imagine to the right is upstream and to the left is downstream. The weir is downstream, and there is somebody just fishing just up there, a couple of people. So I'm going to stay out their way. I'm going to have a wander downstream a little bit. The road noise is a shame. Apart from the road noise, it's a really nice spot next to the woods. Nice bird song in the background. But we are pretty close to the, oh God, what is it? The 46? I can't remember. The road that you can go on from Leamington, Stratford, all the way to Evesham. So we're pretty close to that road, and you definitely can hear the road noise. It's also not as early as I'm normally up because it's a Saturday, and Arthur's back with his mum for the week. I left my alarm a bit later today, so I got up at 7. So there's a bit more life about when I'm up a bit later. So I just spotted this sign. I'm curious. So it's basically a water quality monitor, which is great because, I mean, that is actually the worry about wild swimming inland, is that the quality of our waters is pretty bad. Lots of stuff about water companies in the news dumping sewage into waters when they shouldn't do. They're supposed to only do it in an emergency or when it rains, somebody said. So that is a bit of a worry actually for me, but I'm only going on spots from the Wild Guide book. That's a good starting point. And then I'm also just considering, do I know if there's a water treatment plant up river or upstream? But I would prefer not to swim down here, but I also don't want to be chugging around in a diesel motorhome every single weekend. So there we go. So this turns into a pretty decent path. It's actually concrete, so wheelchairs and all that sort of stuff would probably be acceptable. It's a bit bumpy and cracked, but I guess this is the path that goes all the way from Bidford on Avon. Although years ago I did do that walk, and one part of it was just out of Bidford, really muddy. So I'm not too sure about what it would be like coming all the way. So I'm just trying to find a spot to get in. Actually, I might have a wander all the way up to the weir, and then make a call. I just passed a fisherman and his son. Coming from in front of me, so but there doesn't look like any more fishermen along the river. So alright, I'm going to explore a bit more up here first. Now that is a lovely noise in the distance, the weir. Just love the noise of running water. Also helps to deaden out the noise of the road, so it makes me feel a bit more out in nature. You just see the weir up ahead. There must be a lock as well. Yeah, so there's locks all the way around, all the way down the Avon to make it navigable. There's a lock on the left. There's the weir on the right. Probably don't want to be going much farther. But anyway, that's what it looks like. Yeah, lovely spot. So I think we're going to wander back actually and have a look. See if I can find a spot this way. So I changed my mind. Decided to walk a bit farther down river. So that's the weir. It's the other side of the weir. I might try and get in the other side of the weir actually. I quite like the idea of the water being a bit oxygenated. Nice quiet lock today. Nobody on the water, but wow, look at that shot there. Oh, that is awesome. So I think we found it. I think this is the spot. Now I've walked over, you can't see, but that little track there goes back up to the lock. I walked over the lock. I'll come round the back of the weir. This does always worry me. What's in the water to create proper foam, not just air bubbles. So I might do a bit more research about quality of the water on the Avon. But anyway, for today, this is where I'm going to get in. There we go, that's the Marlcliff Wild Swimming Adventure. Another one, super easy to get to. I could have jumped in right up there, could have been here within a couple of minutes, but I decided to leave the fishermen as they were, walk a bit farther down river, and this is definitely a nicer spot. There's even a spot here, look, Arthur would love that. See, like a protected area with stones. Good spot for playing in as well. Okay, so this is one of my random extras that just getting back to the motorhome, and what I recently added to, I had some second-hand floor tiles, this type that clip together, but they're really nice. They sort of sit up off the floor, and they're actually perfect because I come back with the Crocs that I'd worn in the river. So I just think this is a really good way to sort of stop the carpet getting damp, try and look after the flooring a bit more. So that's definitely a quick tip, trying to get some of these, some of them are new, some of them are second-hand, but definitely a good way as I'm coming into winter to try and cut down on the damp and moisture that might be inside, which is a bit of a killer for motorhomes and caravans. That is now it. So thanks for watching. If where am I? Hang on a second. There we go. It worked. Wow, I've got mad hair. I need a haircut. If you're up for some how-tos and quick tips about living a climate-positive lifestyle, then have a look at the website. It's naffordjunction.co.uk. There's different sections for vote, roadmap, and directory. Check them out if you want to understand what they are. Apart from that, if you want to sort of have inspiration, hopefully I can inspire a few people about a bit more of an off-grid lifestyle, a low-impact lifestyle, kind of modern-day parenting, juggling work schedules, but trying to aim to feel like, as much as possible, you're on holiday every day, or at least having an adventure every day. The other day, Arthur said that the motorhome is, oh God, what did he say? It's our everyday adventure motorhome. I love that. On that note, I hope you've enjoyed this one, and check back again soon for all the others. See ya.